Protect your smart home from cyber attacks. 6 essential tips. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something crucial for anyone with a smart home setup. How to lock down your smart home from cyber attacks. We're going to break down 6 essential tips. Simple but powerful strategies to level up your smart home security and keep your data safe. We're talking practical advice you can implement right now. So, if you're ready to make your smart home a fortress of digital security, grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's jump right into it. Secure your Wi-Fi network, the foundation of a secure smart home. Alright, let's kick things off with the bedrock of your smart home security, your Wi-Fi network. Your Wi-Fi is the digital highway connecting all your devices. If that's not secure, you're practically rolling out the red carpet for hackers. A weak or poorly protected Wi-Fi is like leaving the front door of your house unlocked. Now you might be thinking, Victor, I've got this. My Wi-Fi password is super complex. It's like my dog's name followed by my birthday. Backwards. Okay, hold on. While creativity is great, we need to up the ante here. Those predictable patterns, hackers have algorithms for that. To secure your network, always use a strong password for your Wi-Fi. This means avoiding simple passwords like password 123 or your name. Use a mix of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. We want a password that's like Fort Knox for your network. Think random, think long, think a string of characters even you'd struggle to remember. That's what password managers are for. Trust me, a little password complexity goes a long way, but wait, there's more. Securing your network isn't a one-and-done deal. It's about using the latest and greatest security protocols. Tip number 1. Enable WPA3 encryption on your router if available. This is the latest, most secure standard for wireless networks. If your router doesn't support WPA3, at least make sure you're using WPA2. It's much better than older encryption methods like WEP. Think of encryption as scrambling the data transmitted over your network, making it unintelligible to anyone trying to snoop around. If your router supports it, jump into those settings and enable it. If not, no worries. WPA2 is still a solid choice. We're all about that future-proof security here. Change default device settings, don't be an easy target. Okay, so we've got our Wi-Fi network locked down tight. Now let's talk about those shiny smart home devices themselves. Because guess what? They often come with default settings that are, to put it mildly, not very secure. Many IoT devices come with default usernames and passwords like admin and 1234. Hackers know this, and it's one of the easiest ways they can break into your system. It's like leaving a spare key under the welcome mat. Convenient, sure, but not exactly secure. Hackers know these default credentials like the back of their hand, and they'll absolutely try them first. Tip number 2. As soon as you set up a new smart home device, change the default username and password. Make sure the new password is strong and unique to that device. Avoid using the same password for multiple devices, and consider using a password manager to keep track. The moment you unbox a new smart device, the very first thing you do is dive into those settings and change those defaults. And I'm not talking about just swapping admin for admin 1. We're talking strong, unique passwords for each and every device. I know it sounds like a hassle, but trust me, it's a small price to pay for peace of mind. Now I get it, juggling a dozen different passwords for every smart bulb and thermostat can feel overwhelming. That's where password managers come in clutch. Think of it like this. Changing your default device settings is like locking your front door. Keep software updated. Don't let bugs bite you. Okay, we're on a roll here. We've secured our Wi-Fi, locked down those default passwords, and now it's time for a crucial step that often gets overlooked: keeping your smart home software up to date. One of the most overlooked aspects of security is keeping your devices updated. Manufacturers often release updates to fix security vulnerabilities, but many people ignore them. Those software updates aren't just about adding fancy new features or making things look prettier. They often include crucial security patches, fixes for vulnerabilities that hackers could exploit. These updates are crucial for protecting your devices from new threats. Hackers can exploit weaknesses in outdated software to gain access to your devices. Tip number 3. Make sure your devices are set to automatically update if possible. If they don't have that feature, check regularly for new updates and install them as soon as they're available. Many devices have automatic updates, which is fantastic. It takes the hassle out of it. But for those that don't, make it a habit to check for updates regularly, maybe once a month, and install them ASAP. It might seem like a small thing, but trust me, those updates are your first line of defense against the ever-evolving world of cyber threats. stay updated, stay secure. Alright, let's talk strategy, people. We're about to level up our security game with a technique called network segmentation. Now, don't let the tech jargon scare you, it's actually a pretty simple concept with a huge impact. One of the best ways to protect your home network from a cyber attack is to separate your IoT devices from your main Wi-Fi. This is called network segmentation. Imagine your home network as a house. Right now, all your devices, from your laptop to your smart toaster, are hanging out in the same room. What network segmentation does is create a separate guest room just for your IoT devices. By creating a separate network just for your IoT devices, you keep your important devices, like your phone or computer, on a more secure network. That way, even if a hacker breaches one of your smart devices, they won't easily reach your personal files or sensitive information. Tip number 4, set up a guest network or use a dual-band router to create a secondary network for all your smart devices. It's an easy extra layer of protection, but with network segmentation, that compromised coffee maker is isolated in its own little network bubble. Setting up network segmentation is usually pretty straightforward. It's like adding a security guard to your digital front door. Okay, we're getting serious about security now. It's time to talk about a powerful weapon in your arsenal, two-factor authentication, or 2FA as the cool kids call it. Want to add an extra layer of protection to your smart home? Two-factor authentication, or 2FA, is a great way to do it. Think of 2FA as the ultimate bouncer for your smart home accounts. Even if a hacker manages to swipe your password, hey, it happens, they still won't get past the velvet ropes without that second form of verification. With 2FA, even if a hacker manages to steal your password, they still won't be able to access your account without a second form of verification, usually a code sent to your phone or email. Here's how it works. Once you enable 2FA, you'll need to enter your password as usual. But then, you'll get a second prompt, usually a unique code sent to your smartphone or email address. Without that code, the hacker is locked out, left wondering what hit them. Tip number 5, enable 2FA on your smart home accounts whenever possible. It's one of the simplest but most effective ways to protect against unauthorized access. The bottom line is this: 2FA is like having a digital bodyguard for your smart home accounts. So turn it on and sleep soundly, knowing your data is under double lock and key. Alright, we're on the home stretch now. We've talked about securing your network, devices, and accounts, but there's one last crucial piece of the puzzle: taking control of your data privacy. Finally, let's talk about privacy settings. Many smart home devices collect more data than they need, like location tracking or recording your activity. Now, let's be real for a second. Those amazing smart home features come at a price. Many devices collect a lot of data about you and your habits, from your location to your energy usage. While some data collection is necessary for the devices to function, it's important to be mindful of what information you're sharing and adjust the settings accordingly. Tip number 6. Always review and adjust the privacy and security settings of your devices. Disable any unnecessary data collection, especially if it involves sensitive information like location or voice recordings. The good news is that you have more control than you think. Most smart home devices allow you to customize their privacy and security settings. Take some time to explore those settings and disable any data collection that you're not comfortable with. The less data your devices collect, the harder it will be for hackers to exploit that information if they ever gain access. Take control of your digital footprint and make informed choices about your data privacy. So there you have it, folks. 6 essential tips to transform your smart home from a potential target into a digital fortress. We've covered a lot of ground today, from securing your Wi-Fi network to taking control of your data privacy. By following these simple steps, you can make your smart home much safer and better protected against potential cyber threats. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more smart home tips and tech advice. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there in the digital world.